Soulful shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some soulful shit for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made this be myself, so hear me. Woo! I mean, like, we can pull that clown shit away. There's some real shit for you. I'm spazzing right now, so listen, let's go. Yeah. It's in their bones, the thoughts and harmony for the love of the money. Then fall victim for the cookie, then turn pussy, it's lonely. You said you hold it down when life get rough, we're here now, so show me. We move them losses to them wins. Heavy pounds, we make it ends meet. Converse with only few who make me feel like I be 10 feet.
Like I be 10 feet. Pick up my guy, John, man. Guys, pick up to your damn selves. You know what time it is. You know what it is. We're back with another episode of Euro Club for Fold. Guys, as per usual, please make sure. Ask 3 times. You know, when you say 3 times in the mirror, yeah, Candyman 3 times in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you smash a like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to the damn channel, man. So we're back in the building, man. I'm feeling good, feeling happy, you know what I mean? Like, I hope everybody else who's watching this is also feeling good. Let's just get right into it. We don't need to waste any time. There's not been too much going on, of course. Big up Strasbourg Steve, obviously joined me in the last episode. Obviously, where we just spoke, you know, a little bit about, you know, the teams and, you know, the transfers, how they've been doing, how they've been faring so far, you know, this season. So obviously we're back, as I say, with the next episode. And Barcelona, who are, by the way, at the timing of this video, will be playing their game in the evening. I believe it's in the Champions League, but we're just looking at the last set of matches that everybody has played, you know, up until this point. And they won 4-1. They won 4-1. You guys can see the goal scorers on show. Lamine Yamal with 2 goals. Listen, man, Lamine Yamal, that's my guy right there. That's my guy. Dani Olmo. Again, Dani Olmo has been playing pretty well. You know, 3 games, 3 goals. Do you get what I mean? Like, he's doing his thing. Apparently, he is injured though. He is injured. He was injured after the game. So it's going to be interesting to see. And Pedri, again, another one of my guys, man. I love when I see Pedri getting on the score sheet, man, because not that he needs to. I don't think he's a player that I care. He's not that type of player where I expect him to get on the score sheet. But in regards to this game, and listen, look, you know, Steve spoke about this in the last episode, and you know, Michael, big up Michael Talks. He also spoke about this as well in regards to, you know, Barcelona. And listen, man, I've been impressed. You already know it's hard to impress me. Yeah, I mean, you need to be doing some real good things, you know, in order for me to really be impressed. But he's impressed me. Like I said, you know, at the beginning of this, I state this all the time. At the beginning of this series, I mentioned about, you know, being a little bit like, I don't know, you know, whether or not, you know, he's going to be able to implement, you know, so to speak, you know, his type of style of football to kind of match, you know, what Barcelona have been famed for. But listen, man, he's taking the team in this kind of new direction. He's got a lot of these young players. He's, you know, helping them to come through, you know, the Casados, you know, coming through, the Kubasis, you know, obviously he was kind of a fixture anyway from last season, but again, you know, he's looking absolutely solid, you know, back there for Barcelona. Lamine Yamal, we already know about. The way, I think the biggest thing so far this season, again, it's only been a few games, right? I think the biggest thing from what we've seen of Barcelona is the fact that Rafinha has been really good this season, like really good. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's just looked like a completely new player. And you even saw when Barcelona scored their goal, right? It, like, I can't remember which goal it was, but Rafinha was even calling to like the young players to come and celebrate. Do you know what I mean? With the team, like, it's like everything's like this, you know, big. It's like a happy family again with Barcelona. And listen, man, it's about time that we get Barcelona, you know, back on track. Do you know what I mean? We can't keep seeing these guys, you know, not playing, you know, to the best of their kind of abilities. But yeah, man, you know, they got their victory. They stay top of La Liga as well. So yeah, man, hopefully they can keep this up and keep the team in white. Just keep them over there, man. Keep them over there. We head on over to Ligue 1. Taking a look at Lyon. Lyon did get a draw 0-0 against Lens. You can see here, this is the team that they kind of put out, a 3-5-2 formation with obviously Lacazette and Gift Orban. Gift Orban, I still feel, you know, he still needs to work his way, of course, you know, into the starting lineup first and foremost. But most importantly, I think even with this game, again, I don't know when it comes to Lyon, man. They're just too up and down for my liking. Even the way that they play, like, it was, to me, it was kind of an even game anyway. Like, I still felt like it could have gone one way or the other. But just in a general sense, when I think about Lyon this season, I don't know, man. They're just a bit too I'm just not convinced by them at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And listen, it's still early on in the season, so there's nothing necessarily to, would I say, somewhat worry about. It's just, yeah, man. I don't know, man. There's just something about them. They're just not really clicking, so to speak. But we've still got a long way to go in the season. They will have their Europa League game at a later date, so we'll obviously include that in the next episode. But yeah, at the moment, listen, got the 0-0 as long as they didn't lose, and it's away as well. Lens, are not an easy team at the end of the day. So yeah, we'll keep it at that. We move on to Juventus. This is game one for Juventus, where they drew 0-0 with Empoli. Not good. Not good in Serie A, if I'm being honest, from Juventus. That's two draws now, I think they've got in a row. Yeah, back-to-back draws, not really good, if I'm being honest, in Serie A anyway. It's not really good. Not really good. And considering the team that they did actually put out, I'll be honest, Vlahovic, I don't know what is going on with this guy. I really don't. I really, really don't. He just, I said it before in the last episode we were speaking with Steve, and just kind of asking into what he kind of felt in regards to someone like a Vlahovic. And yeah, for me, I think they need to go out there and get a striker. And Steve mentioned Jonathan David, to be fair, so that could be a player they could potentially look at. Let's see what he does for Lille this season, if he can kind of continue, because then I do think he does need to seek pastures new. But yeah, Vlahovic, for me, he's a good rotation striker, I'll be honest with you. Or he's a good striker if you had two strikers. If Juve were a team that played with two strikers, he'd be a good second striker, something like that. But to have him as your guy that you're depending on in a Juve team that's trying to challenge for honors at the top end of the table, don't really know about that, man. But obviously, they move on to their second game during the last week, which was against obviously PSV in the new Champions League. They won 3-1. Good victory for them. Good performance, I'll be honest with you. I saw the highlights of that game. It was a good performance from Juventus, kind of, put PSV to the sword. And I'll be honest, a bit like the Empoli game, though, to be fair, I did expect them, to be able to get the victory. But you got to go out there and do it. You got to go out there and, put in the performance. And I think the goal from Yildiz, I think that was a really good goal, really, really good goal. Nicolas Gonzalez as well, getting himself a goal for Juventus. So yeah, it's all kind of good signs. I felt Koop Miners looked pretty decent in that game. He did look pretty decent in that game. So yeah, listen, it's a good victory for Thiago Motta at the end of the day. It's good for him to get that under his belt, especially the first game in the Champions League for him. So if he can just continue that onto the weekend's fixtures, then build a bit more momentum, behind the team. Because at the moment it's a bit like, oosh, do you know what I mean? Move on to Bayern Munich. Oh, Jesus Christ, Bayern Munich haven't done anything but score goals in the last couple of games. I think you guys have already seen, obviously, what they did in midweek, which we'll talk about in a sec. But just prior to that, they won 6-1. Absolute annihilation. Harry Kane again. Musiala scoring a goal. Elise playing. Coming on and playing pretty decently. Listen, there's not really even much to even say on this game in itself, because it's so mad. You'd think, 6-1, right? Annihilation. This was annihilation. This hurt me, and I don't even care about Dynamo, but this hurt me. Do you know what I mean? Like, this was crazy. 9-2. I think it set a record in the Champions League. I think this is a record amount of goals or victory in a Champions League game. I can't remember. Although I do feel like I've seen Barcelona beat Bayern Leverkusen like 7-0. Or was that over 2 legs? I can't remember. In the chat, let me know. In the comment section, man, let me know. You know what's crazy about this? And listen, I don't really care about SofaScore and their ratings and stuff like that, yeah. But you know what I found hilarious about this, right? How can Kim Min-jae get 6.2 in a 9-2 victory? Like, again, I only saw the highlights. I mean, the goals that they scored. Listen, I don't know what their algorithm is. I don't know how they do their point scoring system and stuff like that. But I just found it hilarious when I was like just trying to show the lineups for you guys to see, in terms of what players they played, right? And I saw that, I was like, 6.2. I was like, rah! Obviously you have to come off anyway, but yeah, either way. I found that hilarious. But again, look at that front four, guys. Look at that front four. You guys can see in the bottom right of the screen, right? Harry Kane, Mikel Elise, Jamal Musiala, Serge Gnabry. Like, in the other game, they had Kingsley Coman playing there instead. Like, come on. You still got the likes of the Sanes, Irakundas, the Matisse Tells. Like, you know what? I asked that question the other day about, do Liverpool have the best attack in world football? Don't know, boy. I don't know. I don't know, because let's just say I don't know. I don't know, because I'll ask Liverpool fans who are watching this right now, who would you rather have as like a front line in general, right? Mohamed Salah, Luis Diaz, Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez, Cody Gakpo, and Chiesa? Or would you rather have Mikel Olise, Jamal Musiala, Serge Gnabry, Harry Kane, Sane, Irakunda, Matisse Tell? I don't know, I can't lie. I'd rather take Bayern, I'd rather take Bayern's forward line. I'll be honest with you. And you already know Mo Salah's my guy. Do you get what I mean? Like, he is my guy. So it pains me to say it, but yeah. But listen, Bayern are doing Bayern stuff. Vincent Kompany, I think he's doing pretty well there. Again, he's got his kind of, what I say, like, he's imprinting his style of play and what he wants to implement at the football club. I think he's doing that pretty well. So, hey, listen, man, long may it continue for Bayern Munich, and it'll just be interesting to see how they do. I think most importantly, obviously, they need to come back and try and win that. They need to snap their chain back from Bayern Leverkusen and get that, Bundesliga title back, of course. But it will be interesting to see how they do in the Champions League. I would love to see how Vincent Kompany, obviously, they just won 9-2, so they're doing okay, right? But it would just be interesting as the competition kind of continues, as it goes on, how are Bayern Munich, necessarily going to fare, So, yeah, very, very interesting. But we'll wait and see on the next episode. So, of course, make sure you guys stay tuned, stay locked in. I will have my preview. I will drop my preview the following day. So obviously this is going to be out on Friday. So yeah, Saturday morning, just before the 12:30 kickoff, if there is one, I will drop my Liverpool versus, I think it's Bournemouth. Can't remember who we're playing, but yeah, I'll drop that preview. So make sure you guys stay tuned, stay locked in, and I'll catch you guys same time next week. Peace.